Well, good morning to you. It's the very top of the morning for the very first day in the week. Welcome. This is a brand new weekend. Of course, the faces that you choose to wake you up in the morning.
Did you just say this is a brand new weekend? Wow.
Week? I didn't say weekend.
You said weekend.
Well, forgive me.
I know it's still in the weekend, but that's fine. That's okay. And like we always like to say, just one positive thought in the morning can change your entire day.
Yeah, and that's why we strive to bring you large doses of, well, everything positive every single morning. Yeah.
Because we know that once you get this right, chances are the rest of the day is definitely a breeze. And of course, we follow the same pattern.
So trust us when we say you are in the very center of what we do here, because we always make sure we program everything around you. Just knowing that you guys are looking forward to seeing us every single day, it motivates us, doesn't it?
Definitely does. But as the show progresses, you definitely will find that we have a lot more for you in terms of motivating you. Definitely the first thing, which is currently not in the kitchen. We have a chef, though.
Don't worry. We'll tell you all about the kitchen as the show goes on.
We totally will.
In any case, how was your weekend?
It was amazing.
It was good?
It was restful.
I like the hairdo.
Chill. Thank you.
How long did that take?
This has been on my head for almost a month now.
It has?
Yes, it has.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only thing missing from that is Tarzan swinging on it. In any case, as the holidays are creeping closer, we intend to do our best to get ahead of the things that you guys are preparing for, and also maybe put you in the right place to notice that the holidays are coming. Prices are increasing. Need to start shopping. I did my shopping on Saturday, and boy,
how much did you spend?
things are going up.
They have gone up.
They have gone up.
Yes.
So it's a bit too late, but maybe we should already start thinking about stocking up.
Yeah,
Just
of course.
common stuff.
Anyways, my name is Winfrey Agboleshe.
And my name is Mazino Appeal. You want to stream the show live, please make sure you do that. tvcentertainment.tv, and on Facebook as well. We're on live right now at TVC Connect. Follow us on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect, and send us in some comments. We always like to read them.
Yes, of course we do. You can also catch us live on GOTV channel 27 and on UHF channel 49. If you definitely do not have the app by now, you should be flogged, but we'll pardon you, right? So just make sure you go to the App Store on Android or iOS and download it so that you actually have us anywhere you go, anywhere in the world. Anywhere.
All right, so for Monday.
Yeah.
Mondays, well, they must come with motivation. So we have Ezekiel Solesi joining us for this morning's dose. Now, he's an insightful speaker, a serial entrepreneur, and a member of Forbes Coaches Council. He joins us to discuss people's employment and access to wealth creation. The recent edition of our favorite game show aired yesterday. So, guys, in case you want to know what's going on inside Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, join us inside of Wake Up Nigeria later on for some updates.
For musical performance, we have Marvel Music, okay? One of Nigeria's sensational saxophonists, known for his sonorous tonality and dexterous ability on the sax. He is a multi-instrumentalist, and he'll be joining us for a live performance before the show is over.
And on the SME segment today, well, we do our best to motivate the average Nigerian who's looking to start their own journey into entrepreneurship by bringing real stories from real people. Today we have the founder of Cookie Skin. Yeah, you heard that right. Cookie Skin, Leslie Okoye. Leslie is a skincare expert and an educator whose passion for doing skincare the right way led straight to Cookie Skin Academy. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Welcome back. It's the Monday, and it's you and I here.
Yeah, it's you
First,
and
I wanted to say about what I was telling you guys from before. I went shopping. No, this is not shopping. I went to market. No, not market. I went to the market on Saturday, and it was a different experience. My wife always says we should go right to the heart of Lagos. Well, if we can't do it in Balogun, we should go to the trade fair on the other end, outskirts of Lagos. And that's what we did.
Oh, really?
Totally different ball game. The hustle, the people, the grit. It was mad, but the prices were better than anything you could get anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not advertising for the complex. I'm just saying that it's just, you get ripped off when you're in town buying stuff from the supermarket or your local neighborhood store.
The word is not ripped off. You're paying for convenience. You're entering a house that is chilled, AC tight, with music playing,
plants and all.
You're just strolling down, you're pushing your stroller, they're doing all that work for you.
So this time, my wife wanted us to drop my daughter at her grandparents. I said, no, it's an education. Let's take her out. Because she's used to that trolley and everything. And, music playing.
Yeah,
you're listening to something. So
you took her to,
We took her to the market. And she got to see,
real life.
What is this place? People brushing against each other, cars honking. It was an education for her. And I'm saying to parents, I think you need to do that to your kids once in a while, just so that you don't raise this generation of soft children. At least they know what
True.
either side is like.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed doing that with her. I think
Now,
it
speaking
was,
about taking kids to, I don't know, I was at the experience on Friday.
Oh, how did that
And
go?
it was amazing. It was beautiful. We left there by past 7 a.m.
a.m.
I'm telling you, so we were there for like
Sun
12
was out.
hours straight.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was stressful, but then again, you're talking about kids, right? So right in front of us, there were actually a number of mothers with their kids, like from like a tiny newborn that maybe, let's say like, not up to like 2 months old,
Wow.
to like maybe
How
like
did you feel about that? Was that okay?
exactly. So I felt so. It was like everybody's responsibility to literally take. I was finding the child. Do you understand? People were wiping her. Do you understand? And trying to carry them. Like it was nice. But then again, I was thinking because the place is usually loud.
Convenience for
Do you
the kid.
understand?
Was
Convenience
that
for the
convenient?
kids. I don't think so because I mean at the point they seemed excited, right? The older ones, but at other
Eventually, it
times
will get overwhelming.
exactly.
Especially
And
for
at the
the
point
baby.
it seemed like she was terrorized or
Yeah.
like traumatized or something. So I was thinking, is this a good
I think we should
thing?
talk about that, especially when we have all you ladies here.
Yeah, I mean, it
Mothers.
was a good thing. But then again, I can understand the mother trying to be somewhere, but then again, not having anywhere to drop her kids. So I guess it's kind of understandable.
Well, in any case, welcome to a brand new week here for Wake Up Nigeria. We're glad that you chose us. We choose you as well.
My name is Mike Mesikeno. It's the news on Wake Up Nigeria. It's about 82 days to the general elections in 2023, and another INEC office has been attacked by hoodlums. This attack happened in Oro West local government area of Imo State. This is contained in a statement released by INEC's Commissioner for Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye. The development is the latest in a series of attacks on INEC's facilities across the country after the Commission's office in Osun, Ogun, and Ebonyi states were recently set ablaze with thousands of PVCs, ballot boxes, and other election materials destroyed. Meanwhile, despite all of the attacks, the Independent National Electoral Commission is assuring Nigerians that the 2023 general elections will be conducted. Now the Commission has placed the numbers of INEC offices attacked by hoodlums at 50 in 21 states. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Voter Education and Publicity Committee, Festus Okoye, says the sensitive materials to be deployed for next year's polls are not in the facilities that were recently attacked. Mr. Okoye says INEC is working closely with security agencies to forestall the recurrence of attacks on its facilities. The Secretary of the APC National Presidential Campaign Council, James Faleke, says the Tinubu-Shettima ticket is one that Nigerians from all walks of life have come to identify with and support. Mr. Faleke spoke with the inauguration of a corporate operational office donated to the presidential campaign of the APC by the National Agenda for Greater, one of the frontline support groups of Bola Tinubu. He said the donation and support Nigerians are giving the campaign is an indication of the acceptability of the party. The National Coordinator, National Agenda for Greater, Ashiwaju Hadiza, said her group has influenced in more than 20 states across the country and has the capacity to deliver more than 2.5 million votes for the presidential ticket.
I think that Nigeria should expect a greater Nigeria. Nigeria will be better. Nigeria is good, is great. Let me tell you, what is happening to Nigeria, if it had happened to other African countries, they would have been wiped out of existence. Okay, but here, Nigeria is great, Nigeria is good, and we are going to make it greater.
This is a corporate office for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shettima. We want to deliver 2.5 million votes for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 2023 general.
Foreign news: in Indonesia's Mount Semeru, a volcano has erupted, sending ash billowing into the sky and sparking evacuations on the country's main island, Java. Authorities raised the volcano's warning status to the highest level, meaning its activity had escalated. No injuries have been reported, but nearly 2,000 people were evacuated from the area around the volcano. People have been urged to keep at least 5 miles away as hot avalanches of lava poured from Semeru. Spokesman for the Indonesian Center for Volcanology and Geological Hazard Mitigation said that the increased threat level from 3 to 4 also means the danger threatens people's homes. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said volcanic ash mixed with monsoon rain was falling on nearby villages, and 1,969 people, including children and seniors, had been evacuated. The headlines in the daily is coming up right after this very short recess.
And you're welcome. It's a Monday morning. Let's let you know the headlines you'll be waking up to in case you decide to grab the dailies this morning. Now, for a Monday, which is the 5th of December, we are going to be starting with the Punch newspaper. Now, for the first headline, front and center here for the Punch, Bauchi Gombe fight over new oil wells. Wow, that's news. 4 oil wells are in Gombe boundary. Commissioner hypocritical, says governor's special advisor. And Kolmani is in Gombe. Late NNPC GMD misled Buhari. Niger Delta scenario looms, say the residents. And matter taking different dimension. Bauchi government will consult, commissioner assures stakeholders. At the top of the Punch newspaper this morning, Poor network, INEC to meet NCC telcos on Tuesday, and Nigeria's telecom subscribers hit 214 million. Find that on page 38. On page 31, marketers resort to private depots, shortage hits NNPC. And also, at the very bottom, Buhari seeks improved security in ECOWAS region. Now, let's see our next daily for this morning as we move swiftly on now to The Nation newspaper. Front and center for The Nation newspaper, ex-depot price hits 225 naira per litre as petrol scarcity persists. Marketers urge NNPCL to stock products for 60 days. Pricing gap widens to 34%. At the top of The Nation, how to curtail rising debt profile by DMO, and 500 doctors left in 2 years, says Medical Council. Adeleke certificates, my life under threat, says PDP shifting. That on page 4. And Zenith Bank wins Bank of the Year in Nigeria Awards. That's on page 19. At the bottom of The Nation, governors, Bajabiamila, others with Tinubu in the UK, and Lagosians are likely to ride on blue light rail before Christmas. Well, yay, we can't wait. Let's move on now to our next daily for this morning as we move on to the Daily Independent. We're met with this headline here. Fake insurance uptakes, a low penetration cripples sector growth, and IGP faces another contempt charge for disobeying court order, and Serap sues Buhari over missing ecological funds. PTAD faces reps probe for failing to recruit staff despite budgeting funds, and on page 6, Zenith Bank once again wins Bank of the Year. Under the photo story for this morning, Obasanjo backs Southern presidency in 2023 election, and at the very top, Nigeria's remittance flows rise 7.5% to $21 billion in 2022, say Wema Bank report. And courts validate suit seeking removal of Chief of Army Staff. We've got 2 more dailies this morning. Hopefully we can take them both. If you are getting a copy of News Direct this morning, Peter Obi to adopt public-private partnership for power supply and others, and APC debunks Tinubu US entry denial, shares Visa. Bauchi Gombe fight over new oil wells, as we learned from the other papers, and LCCI laments downgrade of Nigeria's sovereign risk profile. Telecom policies enhancing digital access, media knowledge production, say Dambata at the very top. And lastly, Oshun Adeleke PDP allegations of looting laughable, unfair, say ex-commissioner, and Sahara Foundation empowers African social entrepreneurs with $5,000 seed funding. And that will be all for the headlines this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want to talk about any of them, do feel free to use the hashtag Wakeupnigeriaontvc. Let's do a bit of fact-finding now, and we'll be back. Welcome, here we are again. It's time for our Monday version, or Monday edition, for What's Up and About. And of course, if you have been on social media lately, you would have noticed that somebody's calling out all rappers in Nigeria to fix up their life, and this time it's not MI. Remember, MI had that track, You Rappers Should Fix Up Your Life.
Yeah.
But this time, he's going up against one of Nigeria's biggest exports when it comes to music. In fact, I dare say he is the biggest next to Burna Boy. WizKid put out a tweet or a comment on social media.
Did you say next to Burna Boy?
Yeah, I think they're both on a par, actually, WizKid and Burna Boy. His comment was something, it was disparaging to Nigerian rappers, telling them that they're all rubbish, basically. And it was kind of like very, very, I was like, isn't this the same guy who just released an album that says more love, less ego? So I don't know what's going on here.
To be very honest, when I went through the whole jambalama going on.
Avalanche of comments and reactions.
First thing that came to my mind was Cynthia Morgan's prophecy. Sorry, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
What did she prophesy?
What did she say that prophecy? Because I saw her touting herself as a prophet over the weekend as well. There's a lot that went on this weekend.
She
Yeah.
said that Whiskey should be careful of his mental health.
Aha.
Saying.
But here's the thing. Yeah, I do remember there was a time when Wizkid was trying.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
this whole video started surfacing now, yeah? I think it all started from a personal opinion.
Yeah.
Somewhere, some interview somewhere about how, he thinks the genre is dead.
It's dead. Yes, exactly.
And what dead and boring. I think those were the
Yes,
words he
boring,
used.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so, two ways. I think in trying to refute what he said, they made it a very big deal. Because if I just said it and everybody just ignored him,
I don't think it was something that could have been ignored, because that kind of like you throw a lot of people under the bus there, especially some people who are very relevant in the rap scene.
Is he really throwing them?
In Nigeria,
So
is actually not as big.
Yes,
what
as
used
it should be. But the thing is, if he just said it and left it, it's different. He now said these are the only 3 rappers in Africa. Haba.
And so that was not part of it. That was after some pushback.
That was after the conflagration.
Exactly.
Oh, well,
so he could have
but he
been.
went
I
further.
he was responding to 1 or 2 people,
Yeah,
like calling
comments,
names.
yes.
I know he was responding to comments and all that. Not trying to, hold anything for him. But I'm just saying that what would he do really to the rap genre? People that listen to rap will stop because Wizkid said so.
No.
Of course not.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I
just
really
think-
don't. I don't think so. If you say it is not where it's supposed to be, I mean, recently we've seen quite a lot of rappers come up. I mean, Black Bones is making the rounds and all
Oh,
of
no,
that.
Robert. No, sorry. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't
You
have
don't
said
think
that.
he's there?
I'm not a big fan, and I
Okay.
shouldn't have let my bias actually show. But I don't think that he's anything to be compared to any of the rappers before him.
Before him, no doubt.
Don't come for me, Black.
But let me just say something, yeah? Is the rap genre you're talking about, was it ever bigger in any time than it is now?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Okay, what
I would
time?
say it
Africa,
was.
you had names like MIHHP. Sarkodie was nothing compared to
They were
these
doing the
guys
work.
in the early
Okay.
90s.
Now, I
But
don't
now
think
you
they're
have-
putting in the efforts,
They're
to be
not,
honest.
and honestly,
I think
that is
they got distracted, and now they're into other things. I don't
So
think
this
they're
is it,
putting
yeah.
as
A
much
number
work
of people
as
will
they
tell you
should.
that it became a joke that when you're rapping, if you want to make money, go and sing.
Yes.
You have to understand that, look, no matter what happens, they have to pay bills. The number of them need to be commercial in some sort of way. Do you understand?
No doubt.
So,
but then again,
I would always say that just as in the case of when you had, what's his name now, Mode 9 and all the rest, they are there. The point is, look, with the advent of streaming and all the politics that goes on behind, there are no people that are subdued in the background. Doesn't mean that if you check out for them, the genre is and has always been alive.
Okay, let me let you speak.
I have this to say concerning what you just
Okay.
said, right? They need to make money. To be very honest, a few years back, songs like Thames Sings Now
Yeah.
wasn't popular
Yeah,
in
tastes
this. Do you
have
understand?
changed.
It has changed, and I feel it's just you have to keep on feeding and feeding and
What the
feeding.
demand is.
Exactly. Apart from the demand as well, the more you harass or harangue people with certain things, they will adjust to it. Look at Cardi B is a rapper now.
She's still
Hello,
very
don't we sing? No, I mean, yes. But then again, come on. We've had rappers, foreign rappers, after Cardi B, before all the time. I just feel if they kept the momentum at a certain point
that's
and
the
kept on
word when
pushing
the
it,
momentum
they would
has
definitely be better
I don't
than
think
it
that's
is.
job.
I
But
believe
then,
there's still rap
when it
fans. I
started-
was a rap
can I
fan
say
growing
When
up.
it started,
Can I
it
say
seemed like it was rap as a genre, not just Africa. He gave the impression as talking about rap as it is worldwide. And as it stands, so there was talk about how a lot of rappers gave their shoulders for him to stand on, from Drake
Yes, of course, from Drake to...
Jay-Z, Beyonce. You understand? He stood on the shoulders of some of these people.
I think that
But I think
this
it
is
referred
what
to
the genre
rap in
actually
Africa,
needs,
actually.
quite frankly. I'm not going to look at it as a bad thing. I think it's
Okay.
a wake-up call for everybody
Yes,
who's a rapper,
exactly.
especially here
I
in
was gonna
Nigeria.
say that.
These biggest,
They should wake up another reason. It's not because of Whiskey says so.
No. It takes somebody that big. I mean, Wizkid is an
actually use it,
international
yeah.
name. So
Yeah.
it takes somebody that big to actually wake them up. The competition is gone right now. What they're great at, and I'm referring to Black Bones, is marketing. Everybody wants to do something that's going to trend to try and push one
Trend,
track or the
exactly.
other.
It
The effort
doesn't
is no
sit for
longer there.
commercial.
Inside the music is just how you push
Money
the
has to be
music.
made now.
True, but I
PR
feel there's...
around the music is what actually makes you know, oh, that's a track that's sung by that guy. It's not because, oh, I love what he said in that record.
But I must say that the way it was said was entirely condescending and not in best taste.
Absolutely. Very, very distasteful.
course.
Especially from somebody like him who everybody's looking up to.
Who
especially
started
after
out
that
rapping.
album. What now?
Who started out rapping?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the internet.
He
I love
actually
how...
did.
We
exactly.
saw
Of
him.
course,
We saw him
we
now.
saw all his rap
It
videos.
was quite
And I'm
under
like-
par.
We saw him
Yeah.
on DJ Jimmy
Jimmy
Jazz.
Jazz, jump
He
up.
was go, Baba was go. I'm the best song away. I'm the killer away.
It was rather under par.
And there was a question. If Wizkid and... what's this guy's name? Should actually...
Burna?
No.
Who now? Am I?
No.
What does you want to go up against? Who?
Inyanya actually sang. Someone actually said that. Who is going to sing better? I'm
And
like,
who do you think?
don't ask me.
Lagos,
Not
tell
me.
us your opinion. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeriaonTVC. We'll be back.
It's the start of a brand new week and, of course, a brand new day. And, of course, right here on Wake Up Nigeria, we make sure that every single day we take care of your breakfast so you don't have to think about what to make during the week if you don't make it today, right? And today with me, I have right here in the kitchen, Rafi B. How you
Good
doing?
morning, I'm okay.
Okay, so
We're
how was the
free.
weekend? Hope it was rested.
Bless God and yours.
Oh, it was nice. I like your scarf.
Thank
It's all
you, thank you,
blingy.
thank you.
Okay, so now tell me, we have a lot here right now.
Yes.
What are we making this morning?
We are making meat pie.
Meat pie.
Yes.
Okay.
Meat pie.
Okay.
We have all-purpose flour.
All right.
We have margarine, veg oil, minced meat,
Okay.
Irish potato,
Okay.
carrots, spring onions, red ball onions,
Okay.
seasonings.
Okay.
We have egg,
An egg.
for egg washing of the pastries.
Of the pastry. Okay. So
Yes.
now run me through the process. The truth is, see, cooking,
Yes.
right, is great. But then again, making of pastry is another different level in
Yes.
Right. And I run away from it personally.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't
Very
know.
simple.
Very simple. Yeah.
yes.
Now, so make me understand how
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
So what is the first step? What's the
You
first
pour
step?
in your flour.
Okay.
Yes.
We're pouring out flour. So we actually try to make the pastry first.
Yes.
Right?
Your pastry first.
Okay.
Now let's go this way. Let's mix our meat pie fillings first.
Okay.
Yes. By the time that one is getting cold, you start mixing your
Mixing
pastry.
Pastry.
Yes.
Okay. So you use the pan to do that?
Oh yes.
Okay. So how do we start?
Just wait and see.
I should just wait.
Wait and see.
Like,
Very simple.
It's not a. She's an action mama. No need for too much talk. Just watch.
Watch and see.
Just watch and see. Okay, so we have an empty pan, a clean pan.
Yes.
Right there. So we just
Dry.
want the water to
dry
dry
your
out.
pan.
Yes.
When you dry it out, you pour your veg oil, vegetable oil.
Oil in.
After that, your diced onions will go into the oil.
Okay.
After that, your seasonings and your minced meat will follow.
We'll follow. Okay.
Yes.
So this minced meat now is just minced. Nothing has been done to it.
No. Meat machine. You use maize machine to make it
To
like that.
mince it.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you-
So that's beef, right?
yeah, it's
Normal
beef.
cow
It's
meat.
beef.
Okay.
So you now use your maize machine. That is why they call it mince.
Minced meat.
Mince.
So to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Did you do this yourself, or you just got minced straight from?
No, I did it myself.
Okay. Great. Do you want to run us through the process of mincing meat?
Yes.
Did we have any seasoning added here?
No. That's the seasoning.
Okay. So the seasoning
Even
is
if
just
you go to ShopRite, you can get it ready-made.
ready-made there. Okay.
You don't have time to chop your meat.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. So we're waiting for the pan
Yes, to dry.
to dry.
Yes.
Okay. So we're waiting for the pan to dry. In case you're just joining us, we're definitely making meat pie this morning. And Chef Rafi B is here with me. And of course, she said it's actually a very simple and easy process. And we're waiting. So now, on the screen, we have the ingredients for making of our meat pie today. And of course, we're starting with salt, curry, carrots, onions, thyme, margarine, seasoning, minced meat, vegetable oil, Irish potatoes, spring onions, and all-purpose flour. As you know, we'll make the pastries first, or we'll mix our fillers.
Our fillings first.
Our fillers first,
Yes.
and then we'll prepare the pastries right
Later.
after that. Okay, definitely looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. And we have Mazino on the couch standing by. Mazino.
Thank you very much, Winfrey. Like I said from before, really, honestly, I just want to grab your hair and swing on it. Honestly, just reminds me of Tarzan. In any case, Mondays must come, and of course, they must come with motivation. So today we have with us Ezekiel Sulesi, joining us for his morning dose. Now, he's an insightful speaker, a serial entrepreneur, and a member of Forbes Coaches Council. He joins us to discuss people's empowerment and access to wealth. Now, you're welcome, Ezekiel. Good to have you here on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's talk access to health, to wealth creation. Now, are we talking on an individual basis, or are we talking as a community, as a group?
Well, both, really. So if you think about, wealth, what's the name of this man? Adam Smith mentioned that, the wealth of a nation is determined by the collective wealth of its people. I mean, if you think about, the greatest nations in the world, it's not just because the nation is wealthy. You look at those countries, look at the Forbes list, you see a lot more people from that country, on the list. So, where access to wealth is really not just about whether a country is wealthy, it's also about the people.
So how does it apply to the individual? How can they get this access to wealth, and what can they make of it after?
So key is people development, right? And I'm going to discuss it from sort of three angles. First of which is, individual working to develop themselves. The world is changing, things are shifting. You want to make sure that you are kept abreast of what's happening. For example, the occupations that we have now, social media manager, product management, all those things didn't exist maybe 10 years ago, and then hopefully some professions that didn't exist now will come in 10 years. Schools are not teaching those things because schools are teaching essentially what's been for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And so the onus is on me as an individual to ask, okay, what's happening? How are things going to change? How do I improve myself? Because if I improve myself, if I'm valuable to the market of the future, I would access the opportunities that are coming. And that's on an individual level. The second is from a corporate level. As a business owner, oftentimes most of us would hire people with very, very low skill. Most of the time. If you're a bootstrap entrepreneur, you hire who's available, oftentimes. At some point, you need to be able to convert this available person to somebody who's capable. And so we see a lot of businesses not investing enough in their people, and the talk is that, if we invest in our people, what if they leave? Well, what if they stay and you don't invest in them?
Exactly.
So the point here is, as businesses, we must see our future big enough to be able to invest in the people that we have. If you improve, and the funny thing is that when you invest in people, they end up being not as expensive than when you hire somebody.
When you harvest them already,
Exactly. Because if you're hiring somebody, say in accounting with a CFA, the person's going to come with a huge bill. But if you take somebody who is in your organization and grow that person to the point where they have a CFA, keep the dream big enough for them to stay, they would probably be not as expensive. Of course, you'd have to pay them more, significantly more than when they just had maybe their ICANN or whatever. But you most likely can get away with not paying them as much as if you were hiring a superstar, coming in.
Very true. I want to unpack something you said about education, the fact that educators are not teaching these skills that people are actually, making money off of these days. Now, as a young person, would you suggest that if I want to access this wealth and develop myself at the same time, is school right for me? Let's be honest here. I'm a botanist. I read genetics. I am as a broadcaster. Of course, I've upgraded my skill. I've got certificates and all of that. But did I need to go to school just to
I
get
would
here?
say school is not enough. Now, yes, there's a school of thought that say that the university education is not as important as it used to be. And that might be true, but in a society like this where a lot of people regard you, because don't forget, your competence is not just about what you can do, it's also about your brand value, And sometimes this higher education gives you a certain brand value, So for example, if somebody wants to hire somebody and they say, oh, he's a graduate, there's an expectation of your capacity, there's an expectation of what they intend to pay you at that level. So I'm not opposed to people going to school, but more important, in fact, when I left secondary school, funny enough, I wasn't that interested in going to the university because I'd read too many books of people who, didn't go to school. Exactly. But I'd read a book, and the book talked about the fact that the university was the best place to network. Honestly, that was the reason why I went back to school. I mean, I'd stayed out of school for 2 years. I went back and to be honest, some of my best business connections, in fact, I married somebody from school.
Oh, there you go.
So it was a huge blessing. So for those reasons, I think university education is important, but it's not enough. And university education cannot be enough because what's discussed in universities have to be determined by policy. And the process of developing policy is slower than the rate of development that we're going. You know, softwares are updated every 3 months.
Yeah.
If we take that to the House, it'll take 2 years for that to become law. So if you go to school, whatever it is that you study, when you get out, then find something that you want to do, and then constantly keep yourself abreast with the learning in that space.
Now, putting this concept in community now, how does that play off?
Exactly. So as a community, say as a government, as a people, you know, we have to then also invest in the quality of our people. And the reason why that's important is this. What's the potential of somebody who is, you know, who we invest in? A potential of a human being is endless. One person owns this, one person owns, you know, SpaceX, and it's really just one person with his idea. Of course, he had to pull people together, but the potential of one developed person is endless, you know, and who knows who that person might be? That person might be responsible to creating 20, 30, 40,000 jobs. And so what that means now is, as a government, we need to provide things that would enable people to self-educate, you know, whether it's internet, whether it's access to power, whether it's, you know, a couple of all these things that makes it easy, you know, for people that want to study, want to improve themselves. We need to be able to provide this. Because if we do, what would happen is that, especially for Nigerians, if we give Nigerians the tools to be able to, you know, develop themselves, I mean, we know that what's possible can only be imagined.
Oh, fantastic, man. Never heard it put like that before, but it just makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much. Well, hey, do you get this all the time? Hey, what's your name? Yeah, you go Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ezekiel.
Thank you, Ezekiel. You don't get it? You get it later. But thank you very much, Ezekiel. Good to have you
much.
here for Motivation. I'm expecting to see you again here next week on Monday. Let's talk more about this. And if you'd like to meet him or reach him, we've had his social media handle exposed there for you guys to, you know, perhaps maybe have a chat with him. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
Do stay tuned. We've got many more coming your way for a Monday here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. I'm still here with our chef today making meat pie. And tell me now, where are we and what are we doing?
Yes, the fillet is on the fire.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. Ooh, so how did we do this? How did you get to this point?
So when you allow your pot to get dry, you pour in your vegetable oil.
Okay.
After that, your diced onions, your minced meat, and the seasonings will follow. So after the meat have boiled for a while, you now pour your diced Irish potato.
Potatoes, okay.
So the carrot and the spring onion will come last.
Will come last because the vegetables, we don't want them too soft, right?
If it's too soft,
amazing.
It's just for the garnish.
All right, nice. So now I mean, I see the what, we have curry in there.
Yes,
We have thyme as well.
Yes.
And then seasoning cube, that's all.
Yes, everything is there.
Okay, nice.
So I like it.
That's what gives it that color, the
Yes.
curry. So we cover it. How long are we leaving it to boil for?
Under 15 minutes.
Under 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Okay, just for the potatoes to cook.
Yes, to
right?
cook.
Okay, so now we have our flour here.
Flour,
What else?
margarine,
Okay.
pinch of salt.
Okay.
You can add baking powder. It's optional. It's not necessary.
Okay. Because
It's not compulsory.
Okay. Baking soda.
Baking powder, baking powder, baking powder. Yes.
Okay.
But it's not,
It's not
compulsory.
compulsory.
Optional.
Okay. So now we do that until
Yes.
what exactly are we doing
You
for?
make it sandy.
Sandy.
Sandy, you can feel it. So you allow your butter to melt, to mix properly, and you can see.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So can we use a mixer?
You can also use pastry mixer.
Pastry mixer.
Yes, yes.
Okay. To give us what
Yes,
exactly we
yes.
want. So when we're
achieve
done.
this.
Okay.
So after this, you will now pour in your water.
Okay.
Some do use cold water.
Yes.
Me, I can use any water.
Any
As
water.
a professional, you can use any water.
Okay.
But you see, use cold water, you achieve more crunchy of your pastry.
Yes. So
So-
which water are we using today?
Me, I'm using ordinary today.
using
Ordinary water.
Okay. That's like warm
Yes.
ordinary water.
Ordinary water.
Okay. I love the smell already. I mean, we can smell
So thank
the
you. Thank
we
you.
can smell all of that happening in there with the potatoes. Okay, so is it time to add our water now?
So we're adding the water now.
Just a little.
Just a
right?
little.
Okay.
When you are mixing your pastry, please, you don't handle it.
Okay.
To avoid your pastry not too tough.
Okay.
You quickly release your hand while you are mixing it
Okay.
to achieve your crunchy taste.
Crunchy taste. Okay.
Yes.
So we don't overdo it.
Yeah, no.
We don't battle and fight with the dough.
The flour can even get angry when you overhandle it.
It will get angry.
Yes, it's so tough.
Tough. Amazing. Okay, so in case you're just joining us, we're making meat pie right here, and we already have our filler on the fire,
on the
halfway
fire.
through, getting cooked. In there we have onions, of course, vegetable oil, then onions,
the minced meat, Irish potato,
and of course curry, thyme, and a little seasoning there to taste. And now in here we are we have our pastry. We're making our pastry, and of course we have flour. Oh, that's what it looks like.
Yes.
When we're ready.
Yes.
So are we ready to roll it out?
No, we hold on. We're still waiting for our fillings.
Okay, we're waiting for the filling.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so we just leave it to rest for a bit?
To rest for a bit.
Okay.
Some people may even put it in the fridge.
In the fridge, okay.
To rest.
To rest.
Yes.
But how long does it need to rest for?
Just 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes and it's good. Amazing. See, actually, as you said, it's actually true. It's not difficult. It's just, I just need to, very easy. I should try it. I should try pastry.
Oh,
nice. I'll definitely try it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, man, for making it. And of course, we have our eggs here, but the eggs is for afterwards.
After.
Not for now. So you're adding a little more flour.
Yes.
What does that do?
No, not to allow this to stick to the pan.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't stick to the pan.
Yes.
Something I love about flour, as it's called, multi-purpose flour. It can be used for all manner of things.
Yes, yes.
As a dough and, of course, as a non-stick agent as well. Amazing. So now, where are we? We have our roller here.
Yes.
And
that's our rolling pin.
Yes, our rolling pin. I like how portable it is. Yes.
So we're going to pour in our carrots.
Okay, so now we're adding our carrots and our spring onions. Not
spring onions together with
into the mix.
Yes.
Just so it simmers a bit and it's ready. Okay, in case you're just joining us, we have
ready
our
in a few minutes.
Ready in a few minutes.
Yes.
Doesn't take time at all. In case you're just joining us, we actually have our ingredients on the screen, and of course, starting off with salt, curry, carrots, onions, thyme, margarine, seasoning, minced meat, vegetable oil, Irish potatoes, spring onions, and all-purpose flour. Okay?
Yes.
Alrighty, so we're ready. So by the time we're back in the kitchen, I'm sure our pastry will be ready.
Yes.
To go, and our filling also will be ready to go into the mix. We'll definitely love to see what that looks like. Hello again, with the right attitude and the right level of optimism. As you know, you get your twerk right. But yeah, I mean, if you keep that attitude right, definitely Mondays don't have to be so terrible.
Yeah, they don't have to feel bad that you're blabbing over your speech or anything like that, because you are watching Wake Up Nigeria now.
Yeah, of course.
You're already ready for the week because we set you off right way, right path, right everything for you this morning.
Definitely. If you caught all we had to offer in the first hour, then maybe you should consider not touching that dial, because this second hour is going to be something.
That's what we offer here. Beautiful breakfast show, beautiful people, beautiful talents, beautiful personalities here on Wake Up Nigeria. You gotta love it. So make sure you make it a point of call every single morning.
Yes, of course. And there is all the inspiration we bring to you on Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, a lot's happening in the kitchen.
Yeah, what is happening inside the kitchen?
We're making meat pie.
Oh, because I saw a lot of dough there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And our filling as well. Hi, Chef. How you doing?
Yeah, Chef is hard at work.
Yes, our fillings is ready.
It's ready, right?
The fillings, yes. I'm rolling my pastries.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Rolling the pastry.
Amazing. Can't wait to get right back into that kitchen.
Yes, indeed. We can't wait. We've got 45 minutes to go, and you guys just make sure that you are in it all the way. Yeah. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And my name is Winfrey Agbeleshe. Do make sure you stream the show live, right? And of course, be a part of everything we have here for you.
All right. Yeah. That's why we always ask you guys that you make sure that you have the app on your phones. On Android and iOS, it's easy to download. All you need to do is go to your iOS or the other one, Google Play Store.
Yeah.
It's that easy. And you can watch us live. We are on channel 27 on GOTV and channel 49 on UHF.
And we have so much more to come right here. Who wants to be a millionaire? You know, every Mondays we take pride in the fact that we try out the questions and fail some of them.
No. Of course, for a musical performance, we are going to be having Marvel Music here with us, one of Nigeria's sensational saxophonists, known for his sonorous tonality and also dexterous ability on the sax. We want to hear from him.
And for SME, we do our best to motivate the average Nigerian who is looking to start their own business. And of course, bring in real stories from real people today. We have founder of Cookie Skin, Leslie Okoye. Believe me, her skin really looks like cookie. Leslie is a skincare expert and an educator whose passion for doing skincare the right way led her straight to Cookie Skin Academy.
There's no compliment I could give that won't sound inappropriate, so I won't.
No, don't.
I'm not gonna.
Totally don't.
Lovely. From here, it
Cookie
looks.
skin?
Yeah, cookie skin. Yeah.
Is it supposed to be sweet like cookie or what?
Well, you see, it does
Lick
sound
this.
it does sound a bit funny, but I can't wait to
Just
meet
keep
her.
it on the cookie and the skin, just in that light.
Winfrey, what's happening this weekend, dude?
Y'all know what's happening this weekend.
Well, first of all, let me give them the purview. Winfrey's been so excited about this weekend. Finally, it's here. I think the weekend's going to be a big one for her. We haven't heard a word since.
You can't hear a word.
It's
Why?
wrong with this,
you hear
revs
a word?
this, that,
And
that.
literally, you can't hear a word because if you don't come with earmuffs that day, we might pop your ear.
Tell them exactly what
Yes.
it is.
So basically, it's Revs and Runway happening on Sunday. It's not this weekend. It's the beginning of a new week.
The weekend.
No, Sunday is the beginning of a new week.
Sunday?
Sunday is a new. Don't
Yeah.
Don't
Why is it not Saturday
Don't
now?
ah.
Saturday is 11th, right?
Don't yes. Sunday is
Sunday is
11th.
Ha!
It's 11th happening at the TBS.
What
so
time?
It's
What time?
Revs and Runway start from 2 p.m.
So you know what happens here? I was somewhere yesterday and somebody had 3 events at the same Sunday. You know,
Yes.
because this is the period. What I'm
Yes.
saying, what we're saying is that you can pop in for Reps and Runway. It's high octane, right? High octane almost all through. There's no down low.
So we have the fashion, we have the motorsports,
Okay.
and then we have the fashion.
Fashion, yeah.
Exactly. So we have fashion for male, fashion for female, and I think what is very exciting for me is curating the fashion show and making it match the motorsports. People have been wondering, how are you going to do that? Come and see.
No.
Something you've never seen before. Yeah.
Winfrey's putting all this together, so you guys have to be there if you're
have
a
to
fan.
be there.
But you know, this weekend is going to be mad for me because Friday we're having a party on Friday. Aren't we?
Yes, yes, we do have a
We
party on
do.
Friday.
So we do have our party
we do.
here
Yes,
at
we do.
TVC.
Yes, we do.
And we'll continue the party on Sunday.
Yes, we
Not
do.
just Sunday,
Yes.
because on Saturday is my parents' anniversary.
Oh.
50th.
Okay.
It's the Jubilee.
And is your there's something linked to it also? Yeah.
No, that's it.
The parents and I thought your
parents,
oh, no,
and then whatever else I've put on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very important.
50th.
50th, and then on
50th.
Sunday
Is
I'm
it
gonna have to be
Lagos?
in Lagos.
Yeah, you have to
exactly.
invite us. You've
So
not
it's,
told us about it.
So to Olamide, who is the producer for
But no, you've
the
not
Black
invited
Table,
us.
I mean the director of Black Table. Listen, you guys are gonna need to let me off. To cut me some slack this week.
Oh, guy, you never invite us. You never talk this thing. And you
Oh,
never
I talk now.
You never
Should I
invite
talk to
us.
everybody that come to my.
We are, yes, we will come. If you don't keep, want to chop that bandit money. News on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Messikena. In just 82 days to the general elections in 2023, another INEC office has been attacked by hoodlums. This attack happened in Oru West local government area of Imo State. Now, this is contained in a statement released by INEC's Commissioner for Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye. The development is the latest in a series of attacks on INEC's facilities across the country after the Commission's offices in Osun, Ogun, and Ebonyi states were recently set ablaze with thousands of permanent voter cards, ballot boxes, and other election materials destroyed. Meanwhile, despite all of the attacks, the Independent National Electoral Commission is assuring Nigerians that the 2023 general elections will be conducted. Now, the Commission has placed the numbers of INEC offices attacked by hoodlums at 50 in 21 states. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Voter Education and Publicity Committee, Festus Okoye, says the sensitive materials to be deployed for the next year's polls are not in the facilities that were recently attacked. Mr. Okoye says INEC is working closely with security agencies to forestall the recurrence of attacks on its facilities. Now, the Secretary of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, James Faleke, says that the Tinubu-Shettima ticket is one that Nigerians from all walks of life have come to identify with and support. He spoke while inaugurating a corporate operational office donated to the presidential campaign by the National Agenda for Greater Ashiwaju, one of the frontline support groups of Bola Tinubu. He said the donation and support Nigerians are giving to the campaign is an indication of the acceptability of the party. The national coordinator for the Agenda for Greater Ashiwaju, Alaja Hadiza Amaman Vatsa, said her group has influence in more than 20 states across the country and has the capacity to deliver more than 2.5 million votes for the ticket.
For me, I think that Nigeria should expect a greater Nigeria. Nigeria will be better, and Nigeria is good, is great. Let me tell you, what is happening to Nigeria, if it had happened to other African countries, they would have been wiped out of existence. Okay, but here, Nigeria is great, Nigeria is good, and we are going to make it greater.
This is a corporate office for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shettima. We want to deliver 2.5 million votes for Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2023.
And outside Nigeria, in Indonesia's Mount Semeru, volcano has erupted, sending ash billowing into the sky and sparking evacuations on the country's main island, Java. Authorities raised the volcano's warning status to the highest level, meaning its activity had escalated. No injuries have been reported, but nearly 2,000 people were evacuated from the area around the volcano. People have been urged to keep at least 85 miles away as hot avalanches of lava poured from Semeru. Spokesman for Indonesia's Center for Volcanology and Geological Hazard Mitigation said the increased threat level from 3 to 4 also means the danger threatens people's homes. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said volcanic ash mixed with monsoon rain was falling on nearby villages and 1,969 people, including children and seniors, had been evacuated. We'll take a time out now and return. There's still quite a bit more to come on the show. Stay with us.
Alrighty, let's get right into it for our SME segment, the last one for a Monday here. Now, we would like to be motivated by someone who's done her own thing, who's gone ahead and started a business based on something everybody wants to, well, you know, make look better. And we're talking skin. Now, today, it's going to be very interesting here as we welcome the CEO for Cookie Skin, Leslie Okoye. Leslie is a skincare expert and an educator whose passion for doing skincare the right way led her straight to Cookie Skin. And here she is. Leslie, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me on. How are you doing?
First, I'm doing fantastic.
Great.
At first, I thought it was a filter.
A filter?
But it's real. It is your actual skin.
Yes, this
That's
is my
beautiful.
actual skin.
We saw pictures from before, and I was like, wow, that can't be real, but it is.
Oh, you're too kind.
Well, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's talk Cookie Skin.
Okay.
First off, why did you choose to go into skincare? What's the big deal about skincare?
Well, I went into skincare because I really knew it like the back of my hand, but it was a real issue for me watching women be so disheartened by how they looked or their skin issues, and I just always wanted to help them look their best.
Yeah, I saw the pun there, back of your hand. It's actually skin. Very
Yes,
interesting.
yeah.
How long have you been at it?
7 years now.
7 years. How did you get started in the beginning? I know it's a passion, like you've just told, but what did you need to actually push you into making it a business?
Well, I was frustrated. I'm sure you hear this from business people a lot. They keep saying I was frustrated, there was a problem in the industry. Well, there was a real problem in the industry. I worked for a skincare company for a while, and I spoke to the managers and asked them to change their formulations that was actually harming people's skin and that they were going to lose their clients. They didn't listen to me. They had real issues with maintaining clients, and then I left and decided to start my own.
Wow, so did you have to go into research to get the right formula?
Lots of research, so loads of research. I had been learning for over at least 10 to 7 years without knowing I was learning, just because I was super interested in skincare. And yes, I had to test, research, work with dermatologists to come up with the right formula for skin of color. So for me, I focus more on my skin tone, your skin tone, people of African descent, because melanin really plays a role. And a lot of our women and men are having so many skin issues just because their skincare isn't tailored to them.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Now, like you said, you had to specifically know your client base, and that's people of color, like you said. Is your client base restricted to that?
Restricted to what?
Just
Sorry.
people of color?
No. So it will work well with Caucasian skin, which is white skin. But the results that we people of color are looking for, people who can tan is what I would say. So people who, if you go under the sun, you might have a bit of a tan, which is not a bad thing, is so much more effective for us than it is for people without melanin.
Right. So from what you're saying off the top of my head, I can see that it's not just the, research that you had to do to get the right formula for any kind of skin or whatever skin you kind of skin you chose to form your client out of, but also the fact that apart from that, there is some sort of marketing that has to go into all of this. There's also PR that has to go into all of this to make it a real business. So let's talk about those other factors.
Yeah.
How do you market, and to whom, and what vehicles or apparatus do you use on these ancillary bits of the business?
Well, right now I'm doing like an outreach program, going to schools, talking to them about skin, their beauty, the importance of loving their color. A lot of times we've heard the whole don't bleach, but then people don't really understand, one, why they shouldn't bleach, and a lot of creams in Africa and developing countries are based on skin lightening. So there's a double-edged sword in terms of, if I cut myself and I have hyperpigmentation, I need to lighten that spot, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But then if you keep doing it to your whole body every time, is that safe and is that the right way to go?
So there's a balance.
Yes. So there's a lot of education that needs to be done. So on Instagram, we have our Instagram accounts, we're on YouTube, Twitter, and but most of all, going into schools, going into communities, and talking to people, you know.
How can people learn what you do, however? Do you teach people?
Yes,
train
I do. I have an academy.
Yes.
I have an
Cookie Skin Academy, actually. How could I forget to tell?
I have an academy. So if you just look on our Instagram page or call us in our office, you can take an online course. Everything is online. You don't even need to have a pen and paper. It's made so easy for you. And in at least 2 to 3 weeks, you become a certified skincare consultant. Teaches you everything that I've learned for the past 15 years.
All in 3 weeks. That's a good one.
Yes.
I'd rather have that.
Is put into that.
Yeah, so businesses are, well, not so fortunate as to just simply keep going and not have, challenges, especially with customers. Have you ever had a challenge with a customer who was displeased or unhappy with a service or a product?
Yes, I have. So the ones who are unhappy with the results, it's not necessarily with the product. They say it doesn't work. I never knew the meaning of it doesn't work until I came back to this country and I just hear people say, oh, it's not working. I'm like, what do you mean it's not working? Your skin is clear, your skin is smooth. And then I realized that it's not working means it's not lightening me.
Oh,
so a lot of the customers who are not happy are people who they want to be lighter or they want to correct something. So if they've been lightening their skin the wrong way and they have like knuckles and telltale signs, they want to correct that, but they're not patient enough. So they come in, they complain, but I talk them through, which is why I do consultations. And then even if they go away and say, oh, Cookie Skin doesn't work, they always come back because the skin becomes more damaged from using something else. And they run back to Cookie Skin. Yeah.
Consultation is a big part of your business as well.
It is a huge part.
Talking to your customers face to face also builds that brand as well,
does.
builds their confidence in you. I'm saying this for people out there who are actually going into this kind of business or any kind of business. The fact is people will come back and say, I don't like what you're doing. But how do you, interact with them in a way that doesn't spoil your business name is something very, very integral to building your business onward. Now, where is your client base? Is it just Lagos, Nigeria, Africa, the world?
Majority of my clients are in Nigeria, followed by the US and the UK. So we have Nigerians worldwide who would hear about it. They order online because we have a strong online base. Most of my sales are through deliveries, and then people come in. But the consultation is virtual and in-store, and that is a huge part of the business. At least 30% of the business is just talking to people and consultations.
How long did it take you from design of the business itself to exporting your products across the world?
I'd say 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
So for the beginner out there who started last week and is worried about this, what advice do you have for them regarding how to build their client base, broaden it, and also start going to exporting?
Well, practice makes perfect. You can be faster if you want to, but most people don't understand the behind the scenes. What you see today and you just see somebody is big, they've been working at it, they've been building. You actually have to build. And just stick at it, keep going, keep working at it. And eventually you would learn that everything works together. And of course, you would learn some things that don't work and you stop doing it. For example, I started off doing facials. And I was so big on I want to do facials, and I was doing snail facials because it's really good for the skin. Actual snail, actual live snails.
What? Really?
Yes, actual live
Mollusks?
snails.
Wow.
And it was good, and people showed up. But I realized that I prefer dealing with clients one-on-one. The facials took up too much of my time. I wanted to speak to clients, and I wasn't able to consult with clients. So then I didn't offer consultation. So when I stopped doing the facials, I moved into offering consultation, paid consultations, because I realized the women had too many problems, like stretch marks. I'd never heard about stretch marks until I moved back
Welcome.
to this. Stretch marks from creams, I mean, I'd never heard about that. So yeah.
Well, it's very interesting learning about your business, and I'm sure that anybody out there who's interested in this kind of business has picked one or two things, whether it's from the designer of the product or the business, or how to interact with clients, and also perhaps PR as well. Thank you very much, Leslie. It's good to have you here, but don't go away. We've got a dish that we painstakingly put together inside of the kitchen that we'd love you to try out.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if you could step this way already. Do you need any help?
Sure,
Bring
no.
you this way.
Thank you.
There we go. And of course, Winfrey has been painstakingly putting this together for you. Want to
Interesting.
touch
Hi,
right there?
how are you?
I got you. Oh, Leslie, meet Winfrey and Mike and Chef Ruffy B in the house.
Yes. So, and honestly, your skin though, it's actually real, so clear.
It's not a
So
filter.
clear, it's beautiful, pretty. Okay, so now we actually put this together, Ruffy B and I, right? And we'd love for you to try it out. We made it from scratch now. We'd love for you to try it out and tell us what you think about
Even the
it.
pastry thing you made from scratch.
From scratch. Everything happened right here.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So quickly.
Okay, so I should try it.
Yeah, so just
out.
try it.
Okay.
Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, eating
Mm-hmm.
meat pie with fork and knife.
Oh, my dear, you know, you can use your hand, though. I would say.
Fork and knife person.
Yeah, fork and knife person. So now what does that taste like? Good?
One more bite.
That tells
I think
it all.
that's it. Exactly, that tells it all.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm happy you enjoy it.
This is very nice.
Oh,
Grand.
nice.
Very nice.
Thank
Ruffy
you.
B. Yay. Once again.
Thank you.
It was definitely an
10 over 10.
amazing show. 10 over 10 is what she says. We'll take it. It was an amazing show, and we'll tag the show 10 over 10 as well. Thanks to all our guests that came through for us today, and of course, throughout the week, we'll be here. Same time, same station tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.